Hello, we're at meditation number 7, and this meditation is faith. It focuses on the crown chakra, which is right at the top of the head, and this is our most spiritual center. So this is where we connect to our higher power. So if we remember when we started out working on the lower chakras in the body, that base, that was our most physical representation of ourselves. So the survival, working with fear. And as we move up, we move from that physical centers to more emotional, to more mental constructs. And now we're at that spiritual connection. So this chakra really is the place where miracles happen. And it's just allowing oneself to be present in the moment, non-judgment, and just really leaving that physical sense that keeps us in that fear state and opening to just being. So today that focus isn't going to be so much on that crown or the top of the head necessarily, but the whole entire body, because this is our whole spirit just being able to resonate and sit in that calm. So we'll go ahead and get started today, and we'll be working all the way up the body. Moving forward, if you are finding you're ungrounded, you can always use these meditations as a resource to just go to that specific chakra center and do a meditation on that center if you are finding yourself a little unstable. That's why I titled them the way that I did, so that you can kind of reference it that way. Otherwise, if you're wanting a whole body kind of reset, you can just move to this very last meditation, because you'll be moving through all of the 7 chakras in one sitting. All right, let's begin. So go ahead and get yourselves comfortable, and then just close your eyes. Begin to drop into feeling your feet on the floor, that floor being Mother Earth. Allow that attention to just shift to the bottom, the soles of the feet. As we sit and connect in with Mother Earth, just taking a moment to sit in gratitude and to call forth any intention you may have for this clearing today, for this meditation. And now begin to connect in with the breath. Allowing that breath to slow you down. Now take a moment to scan the body. If there's any places of held tension, just allow your breath to go to that spot and just relax. And let's begin. So shifting that attention to the soles of the feet, let's bring that Mother Earth energy, that creative energy, that restorative energy up from the soles of the feet to the ankles. From the ankles to the knees. From the knees to the hips. Allowing that energy to rise as you shift your attention to that base center, right at the tip of that tailbone, right between the legs. center of feeling secure. And now shift that attention from that base center to the lower portion of the abdomen in front and back. And the center of the body is the sacral center, or sense of belonging. If the mind wanders, let the breath be that anchor. Bring that attention back to that sacral center. And now allowing that earth energy to ascend from the sacral center up to the navel center, which is right underneath the belly button. That mind is really wandering today. Just go ahead and use your hands to help anchor you as well, dropping you into that feeling sense in that navel center. This is our center of will, our confidence. And now begin to shift that attention from the navel center up to the heart. Our center that connects us with that eternal heartbeat, the universal energy, compassion and love. To our fellow brothers and sisters. When your mind wanders, let that breath be the anchor, bringing you back to this moment, to this sensation. Now shift the attention as you feel that energy rise to the throat center. Breathing in that clearing white light. The center of our divine expression, bringing our uniqueness into the world in its many forms. Is that mind wandering? So just let it be. No worries. And now allow that feeling sense to just let that energy rise from that throat to the brow center, right in the center of the forehead. Our connection to our wisdom, our intuition. we let the mind's chatter just move through us, move on by. Feel what it feels like to be light in body. And now let's shift our attention from that brow center to the top of the head, to the crown. Feeling that energy running from our feet all the way up the body, clearing as it goes, up to the top of the head. Begin to shift that attention to your whole body and just be. Each breath a connection to our eternal source. Each breath is pulling that eternal source into our bodies and just being. If the mind wanders, just bring it back to the feeling in the whole body. And now let's begin to let that energy descend back down into our feet. So from the crown, feeling that energy move to the brow. And from the brow, the center of the forehead, feeling that energy as it descends down to the throat. And from the throat, descending down to the heart. And from the heart to the navel center, right underneath the belly button. You might even begin to feel a little bit of heaviness return in the body as you're grounding back in. And now moving from the navel center to the sacral center, which is in the lower abdomen. And from that sacral center to your base center, the tip of that tailbone right between the legs. And now from that base center, feel that heaviness, that Mother Earth energy pulling down both legs from the hips to the knees. And from the knees to the ankles. And from the ankles to the soles of the feet. Feeling that connection point into Mother Earth. as you ground back into this time, into this place. And begin to tap your feet on the floor. And then when ready, slowly open your eyes. I thank you for joining me for these 7 meditations, and feel free if you have any questions to just go ahead and email me. Be well.